Hi, I'm Tobi, and welcome to my life.
So nice to meet you, Tobi. So tell us a bit about yourself.
So I am a software engineer.
Cool.
Entrepreneur. I'm also a biker. So that's something interesting about me.
Nice. I'm loving this setup. Is this for work? Is this for talk us through this setup?
Yeah, so this allows me to multitask. I have my iPad for listening to music. I have my speaker and I have my lights for meetings so that I have a lot of remote meetings. So it's nice to have, as much light as possible.
That's really cool. That's really cool. You said you're an entrepreneur. Can you talk a bit about that?
So I'm working on a couple of stealth projects.
Okay.
Nothing mainstream yet, nothing out there, but soon enough.
Soon enough. So would you describe yourself as free-spirited? Are you up there and out there?
If I'm going to be honest, I think I'm trying to be. Maybe not there yet, but I'm trying to be. That's the plan. I definitely need to have a bit of, or I need to loosen up a bit more.
Okay.
So I'm on my way there.
Interesting. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say you are on the level?
I'll say I'm like a 6. I'm trying to get to being an 8. 10 is a bit unattainable, but I can try to achieve that.
That's fair. Yeah. Don't worry, you get there. Yeah. But I'm so intrigued by you being a motorbiker. Where did that all begin?
Well, I've always loved motorcycles for as long as I can remember.
Right.
So one day I just decided to act on it, learn how to, and I've been taking it one step at a time since then.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah, so your equipment, all of it, how does that work? I can see a helmet behind you.
Well, the primary thing to consider is safety. So I'm all about safety. I have my leather jackets with the armor at the back, shoulders, elbows. I have my helmet to protect me in case of a crash, so I don't die. I also have my gloves, my knee pads, and my riding boots. So I'm very well protected in the eventuality of a crash.
Interesting. I'm sure you get asked this a lot, but how heavy is your helmet?
It's actually not so heavy. Well, I'm used to it, so I don't feel, like it's heavy or anything close to that. I actually, at this point in time, only have about 3 helmets. I rarely use that anymore, and this is if I'm carrying it, maybe someone behind my bike. Also, I like to use this at night because it's very good for high visibility.
Really?
Yeah, it's bright. It has some bright spots, so it's easier to be seen at night. And that's something you try to do as a biker. You try your best to make sure other road users and other people can see you for safety purposes. I also have this. This is my night vision glasses, so I don't really see well at night. So this helps me. With riding at night, yes, exactly.
Right. I think we've spoken so much about the equipment. I'm so ready to go outside and see the bike.
Sure.
Do you lead us? Your plate, I saw, is so unique, so different.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? How did that start?
So my plate Versus, it's one thing that people get wrong a lot of the time. People assume that it's an invitation to race, but actually it's...
I can imagine.
It's pretty much me challenging myself. It's Tobi versus Insured challenge. So whatever challenges that I face, it's just my way of reminding myself that I just face it head on. So this was a challenge for me. This was something I always wanted to do, but there was the fear in the background, and I needed to challenge that, and so that's the whole concept of Versus, of Tobi Versus. Yeah.
Fair enough. So what's the longest ride you've taken, and when is your favorite time to ride?
Kwara State, farthest. Favorite time to ride. If it's a day, I'll say Sunday. I think most bikers like Sundays because if I'm riding within Lagos, Sunday because the roads are free, and I like the kind of late mornings around 10, 11, 12. Because the sun isn't crazy, and it's just the perfect time for me to ride. Yeah.
Right. So your trip to Kwara, how, what,
That was the farthest, but that wasn't. I think I need to look at the map to be sure. But I think the longest was for me was maybe Benin, and Benin. I came back the same day, so it was, so the combined distance, I'm not sure. I need to check the map to be sure.
Fair enough. Can you speak to your trip to Ghana? Like, are you excited? Like, I know you've done within Nigeria before.
Yes, I'm actually excited. It's something I wanted to do for a while. I'm looking forward to. I'm going with someone else, another biker. So yeah. Sure. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Interesting. So I know a lot of people are dying to know, like, do you race? And more importantly, do you win those races?
So sometimes I like to humble some people.
Wow, okay.
There's some cars that some drivers you need to humble them, but some other times I just feel like, it's just best to let this person, because it can be dangerous for them and for other road users.
What kind of insurance do you have? Like, I know it's a lot of risks.
Yeah, I have a comprehensive insurance for my motorcycle. So I'm covered in case of anything. It's very dear to me. So yeah, if anything happens, it's nice to know I'm covered. Yeah.
What would you say to anyone who wants a bike or are considering like getting a bike? Like, would you say there's a list of things to look out for when getting the perfect bike?
I think the first thing you need to do is just go to maybe a riding school. There are a couple.
There's a riding school?
Yeah, there are safety riding schools. So they teach you basic safety principles. There's one called Safe Rider in Lagos here. There are a couple. But yeah, that's the one I know, one of the prominent ones.
So they help you. Do they help you through the process of like?
Yeah, you get to try on different bikes. You learn. They have like very good safety instructors that teach you the basics, and not even just how to ride a bike, but how to be safe on the road.
Yeah, but how do you know what to consider when picking out a bike?
Oh yeah, so those are the things you also learn when you go to riding school.
Right. So you can tell us now.
Yeah. So you kind of look at the kind of your body. Like for me, I have a huge frame. There are certain bikes that wouldn't work for me. I've ridden a sports bike at some point in my life, but I don't think I'm doing that anytime soon because it's more aggressive and it hurts my back. So you look at your riding style, what kind of rides you'll be doing. Are you going to be an adventure rider or maybe a street rider, or you want a sports bike? So those will factor into what bike you get, and also how comfortable you are on each type of bike. So there are a lot of variables to consider when you go into it.
Fair enough. So I have a question, like a bit of a cheeky question.
Sure.
So if you're going like grocery shopping, or do you take your bike or do you take your car?
Yeah, it depends on the amount of things I'm getting. If I'm getting like it's like a large grocery haul, then I drive, I take my car. But if it's something very small that can fit into like a big bag, I just have a big bag I carry and
have that. Me, Okay, cool. Well, thank you very much for chatting with us, Tobi.
No problem, you're welcome.
Do you think did you enjoy this?
Yes, I did.
You shed some gems.
Yes, it was a very nice experience. Thanks for.
No, of course. So just like Tobi has said, definitely have your safety precautions and insurance, definitely, because it'll have your back. Am I right, Tobi?
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
All right.